If I ever ask you a question on the test that asks for electron configuration or atomic structure of an atom, I'm asking for this, okay? In your assignment yesterday, it also asked you to indicate protons and neutrons. So what I would do is I'll just make this bigger. I'll move this over. I'll make this bigger. And I would just put inside here, I'm going to do this. I'll put a circle. I would put the word proton, and I would put the number 17, neutron, 18, or you could put plus 17, right? Because you know it's a positively charged particle. Or you could do P, and then you could put in parentheses, whatever you want. But if it says, please include the protons and neutrons, make sure that you do not forget to do that. So, let me be clear. If you are an atom, how many electrons go in your first ring? Max? 2. Second ring? 3rd ring? And after that, 8. Okay? Even though that's not altogether true, it is for this class. 288 is our rule. If an atom has 2, 8, 3, how many electrons is it seeking? 5. Correct. Because it's missing 5 on its 3rd outermost shell. This is why atoms combine. Okay? So there are chemical reactions and there are physical reactions. Shh. In a physical reaction, hold on. Physical reactions, atoms do not get rearranged. In chemical reactions, atoms get rearranged, okay? And that's what we're going to focus on. So when atoms combine, what do they form? Molecules. What else? Bonds. Good. So when atoms combine, they form compounds and they form molecules, but they form bonds because those compounds are held together by those bonds. So a compound is an atom that combines with another one. In some cases, they're going to be called molecules, and they're always held together by bonds. So who knows what this bond is? And why? She said ionic. She guessed. She doesn't really know why. What do you know about an ionic bond? That's a good answer, but that's not ionic. Okay? Donated is good. Taken is good. Transferred is good. An ionic bond, they don't share. They transfer, take, steal, donate. All of those things are good. One atom is going to give electrons to another, or one atom is going to take electrons from another. But something that you have to keep in mind is those atoms are still combining. So even though an atom is taking an electron from another one, it's still combining with that other atom. So in this case, lithium and fluorine are forming an ionic bond, and they become a compound. Okay? When they form the ionic bond, each atom becomes an ion. So ionic bonds, each atom will become an ion. So what's happening in this GIF? What's happening to sodium? Sodium is Na. Look at wait till it starts. Here it goes.
It loses an electron.
Sodium is losing an electron. Who's gaining it? F. Fluorine is gaining it. Okay? This becomes sodium fluoride. Okay? Sodium is losing, fluorine is gaining. Now, what is happening to sodium when it loses the electron? Look at the GIF. It becomes positively charged. So, it loses and becomes positively charged. What happens to fluorine? It gains and it becomes negatively charged. So when an atom loses an electron and forms an ionic bond with another one, that atom becomes positively charged. The atom that gained the electron in that reaction becomes negatively charged. So if you look, when you look at lithium fluoride, which one gained an electron and which one lost an electron? Wait, I didn't hear you say it again. Okay, Li lost an electron and fluorine gained. You could see it in the visual, but what would happen if I did this? Okay, hold on. What would happen if I did this? And I made them all the same color. Tell me how you would know which one gained and which one lost an electron. But you can't. This one has 2 and this one has 8 in its outer shell. So they're both perfect. How can you tell? There's an answer. I'm going to pause. If I show you an ion with a positive charge or an atom with a positive charge, that means it's an ion. What do you know about that atom? Atoms that become positively charged, what happened to them? They lost an electron. An atom that becomes negatively charged, what happened to it? It what? It gained an electron. So I don't have to give you, your test is going to be black and white. It's not going to be color-coded. This is why I'm going over this. Your notes are color-coded. But you have to understand that an atom that combines with another atom, if that atom loses an electron, it forms an ion. This is the vocabulary word. And it becomes positively charged ion. An atom that gained an electron becomes negatively charged ion. This is stipulated right here. Okay? Now, we're going to go over another one. What's happening to magnesium? Oprah. Look at magnesium. What does it say next to magnesium? 2 plus. So it's, did you say positive? It's positive. It's positively charged. What does that mean? Whichever. Two of magnesium's electrons were either gifted to O or taken from O, or O took them. So what happens? It's positively charged. It lost 2 electrons. In order to become positively charged, you lose electrons. What happened to oxygen? I'm hoping that more than 3 people get it. Which means it became negatively charged ion. Became negatively charged ion. Sodium loses an electron to become positively charged ion. I'm sorry, chlorine gains an electron from sodium to become negatively charged. Sodium loses an electron to become positively charged, both ions are now forming an ionic bond, or both atoms. Is better said.